Welcome to the Sonia Buchanan Show, where we inspire one life, one smile at a time. Great day, everyone. It is time for the Sonia Buchanan Show, where we inspire one life, one smile at a time. Listen, we have a wonderful show for you today, and I hope you will dive in along with me and enjoy the show. But first, let me give you the title. It is called Don't Be Fooled About Love. I wanted to dive into this because right now, spring is around the corner. And just like most spring, we get this spring fever and we come alive and love is activated and we want to connect with people because the summer is coming and we're enjoying the entire summer with connections, with relationships, with friendship relationships. But I want to dive into this topic because February is the love month for Valentine's. And there are so many people who get sad because they don't have a relationship. And then there are people who are in a relationship and they don't feel like it is what they are expecting from receiving and giving. But I wanted to talk about a couple of things in regards to the love relationship and how you can know what is really love based on a female's perspective. Do my mate love me? Or if it's a man perspective, how do I know that I am doing the right things? But I want to cover that this week in the show. And again, our title is called Don't Be Fooled About Love. And one of the things that I want to express for as women, because sometimes we go in relationships, whether it's a mate relationship, an intimate relationship, or whether it's a friendship relationship, really the perspective of a male counterpart is always the same across the board. It never adjusts. It never changes. When it's dealing with a man counterpart, when it's dealing with a man, emotional stability being in your life, they always across the board the same way. And I want to talk to you all about that so that you can be on the lookout far as the women perspective in receiving from the man, and also you being a woman in a relationship that you're not operating in a man's role when you are intimate with a male counterpart, whether it's a friendship or whether it's a companion. But one of the things that I want you to be aware of, ladies, when you're getting involved in a relationship with a man going forward, is that one of the things, how do you know that he is in love with you or having the indication that he is really into you, is two things. And we've heard this on many occasions, but I want to emphasize these two elements. If a male is a provider and a protector, and these are the things that you will know that he is really into you, if he is protecting you and providing for you. And protecting you is one of the elements that comes in the beginning. A protection for you as a woman, he will provide. If you are in a relationship within 3 months, if he's giving you an indication that he's protecting you, more likely he does like you. Now, when he is a provider, sometimes it's very difficult in having that indication. If the man is providing for you in the first stages, like 3 months, 6 months, or a year, it is very difficult to find that signal if he's providing, because most often he's not in that stage yet to provide. But the stages of him protecting you can come at a early stage. This is how you would know that he is really starting to get into you, or he into you in the beginning. And if it still continues to stay within 3 months, 6 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. But after you have set a course of a length of time in a relationship and he's starting to provide for you, and providing is not always he's paying my bills. Providing is a vague word that says I am providing for this young lady, I am protecting this young lady, and I am really these are the things that a man, when they say they love language for a male is providing and protecting you ladies. And I know, far as a woman's perspective, they're wanting their men to communicate with them. They're wanting them to do all these things that we think as a lady, or a lady feel like that this is how a man is showing that he loves me. No, the indication you want to look at and observe, is he providing for you? Is he protecting you? Because that is a foundation of he respects me, he loves me, he is in the center of who he is. And the other part is just added extra, saying that, yes, I'm going to communicate with this young lady. I am going to bring her flowers. I'm going to do all these things. But the foundation of a male counterpart, that he is really into you, is that he is providing and protecting you. And you get the other stuff, you really got a great guy. Now, as far as a woman, we have so many women that are raising boys in a single mother, single household. And I've heard this on many occasions when Valentine time comes. Well, I'm the man and the woman in the family. You know, I hear that all the time. Especially on Mother's Day and Father's Day. I'm the Father's Day on Mother's Day, and I'm the Father's Day on Father's Days for far as women. But it brings confusion when you're raising men, boys in your household. But if you can get this understanding, if you are raising boys by yourself, is bringing that indication that a boy is a provider and a protector. And if we can get that implemented in our young boys, if you are raising boys as a single mother, a single parent, and you don't have a male counterpart to help you bring that part, that emotional part of a male, this is something to implement to your boy, to your sons, if you're raising sons. And I know a lot of times women can be alpha male at times, and they are the provider and the protector. And most often, and because of the message today, again, it is called Don't Be Fooled About Love. Because there's so many single women who are raising kids, and it can be confusing because they happen to be a provider and a protector. But most often when that has occurred, you still have to implement and explain to your kids the role of a male and the role of a woman. So when they grow up, they will have a healthy understanding of what love is based on the actual counterparts in the household. And I wanted to just talk about this because we are in February and this is the month of Valentine's, and there's so many people who are confused about the relationships that they are entering in or they are in. And they having complaints sometimes, or they are having needs that's not being fulfilled. But if you can get the understanding, the foundation in each role, in each part of the male and the female, then there will be less likely you be upset about what he's not doing. But man, if you can understand what that part, that if he is providing and protecting you, that should give you a rest right then. And then you can just add doing conversation and communication with him, and celebrate the part that he is a protector and he is a provider for you. And also adding, I would love to receive these things, or you don't even have to tell him that you love to receive flowers. You can just start getting your own flowers, and trust me, if he's a protector and a provider, he'll notice that you like flowers, and he'll just start doing that for you because he does love you, which is his love language of giving to you as a provider and a protector. And women, sometimes we like to take control and start doing things that he would most likely do for you. I don't know about you, because I'm single, so I have to be everything in my world. But trust me, when there is a male counterpart, I let them have their roles immediately. I no longer have to play two roles, And sometimes as women, we have to play two roles in our lives based on the circumstances that we're in. But as soon as a man comes into your life and he is showing definitely the signs of a provider and a protector, you can relinquish that role and give it to the man counterpart and allow him to be confidently in that particular emotional place for you and for your family. But, I'm so excited about the coming year for those who are into getting a relationship or already just started in a relationship in the beginning of the year, that if you could just get that very important part when it comes to a male counterpart and if he loves you. Because if you understand that part, this would eliminate any questions. Does he really like me? Is he really into me? Well, indication, just start observing if he's protecting you. If he's protecting you by your observations of his actions, then he is really into you and he wants to take it into a long term. I know that we women, we're so emotional and we want all this stuff in the beginning, but you have to calm down and allow him to be a part of your life first as a provider. No, excuse me, not provider first, but first as a protector, because men protects. But if you can get that part, just observe his actions. It doesn't take very long to see if he's not consistent in his protection. And I know a lot of times they say there's 3 signals. If he's professing that he's in a relationship with you, well, really, that's not the most important, the professing part. Because if he's providing you the protection and he's been a provider, that right there is enough to say he is professing that I am into this woman. I am into this lady. She is awesome. She's number one. Everyone will see that. Okay. So you don't have to really question whether or not he is really into you or he's starting to get into you. Like I stated, it takes about 3 months when really his actions is giving you indication that is the course that this may be a relationship that is going to be long term. We don't have to ask all these emotional questions and unsure questions about whether or not he's into you. Like I stated, just sit back and observe and enjoy being a lady in this person's life and allow him to be a protector and a provider for you. And just enjoy yourself. You can learn a lot, ladies, by observing a man's actions. A man's action is never confused because that's what they are, men, and they are providers and protectors. Okay, so I want you to enjoy this month of February. I call it the love month, and the love month. And so just enjoy what you're receiving from a male counterparts. And for the single ladies, and you are raising boys, teach your boys during the love month of February what a man does and what a male counterpart does for a woman. and you can build some healthy young men for some beautiful young ladies for their future. But this is all I want to talk to you all about. And again, our title is called Don't Be Fooled About Love. Okay? Listen, you guys, it's the end of our show, and I thank you for listening, and I thank you for enjoying, and I thank you for listening to the end of the podcast. And this is your girl, Sonia Buchanan, with the Sonia Buchanan Show, where we inspire one life, one smile at a time. Until next time, have a great week.
Today's program is sponsored by the Teez Shoppe, sportswear where you can feel comfort, announce your statement, and be in style for all seasons and every occasion. Be sure to shop at the Teez Shoppe. Thank you for joining our podcast today. The podcast was produced and edited by Sonia Buchanan. For more information about the host, you can go to soniabuchanan.com. For information about Confident Promises broadcast community, you can go to confidentpromises.com.